Welcome everyone to a wonderful episode. Today we got my therapy session in order here with All Time Low. Today, look, man, look, I'm just saying, I've been going through a lot of emotional and mental stuff here lately, and I think that All Time Low was that perfect moment for me. It just somehow clicked because I was like, we gotta do All Time Low,
Mm.
and then I went through some shit. And now I feel like this is like a therapy session at this point. Even with the songs that you picked, I feel
Really?
like this is
Okay.
this. I feel like with some of them, I do have some things to say about some of your songs.
Okay.
They're really good picks, man.
Mm.
Um, I
For,
think
I
that
think first.
for
Oh no, I'll wait. Let's. Sorry.
no, so yeah, so for me, this is like I said, this is going to be like a healing journey. I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm just
Mm.
going to say I went through some shit, man, and I'm trying to heal from it, and I'm trying to like do better. And I think that this week really helped me out. And I just want to open with saying that.
Yeah.
But also, I want to say, how was your week with All Time Low this week?
That was an interesting week, I have to say. How do we
Really?
overuse that word? Yeah, it was kind of like mixed emotions, really, because it's a band that I'm not. I mean, I'm not really familiar with them at all, to be perfectly honest. I clearly know Dear Maria, and and I do know one of your picks as well. Weightless, was it? I know that one too.
Waitlist, yeah,
Yeah.
because I've talked about it before.
So yeah, so those were two that I knew, but it was just a discovery week for me, really. Just going through and seeing
Nice.
what I did like, sort of what I didn't like, and I obviously left those out. And then anything that I listened to and read along the lyrics and was like, okay, yeah, I did really enjoy that. Then I was just adding them to my liked songs, and then I was just going back through to see what I had liked, and then ranking those
Yeah.
and making sure that I still enjoyed them and that rereading the lyrics to make sure that I was including things that I enjoyed really. So that was like my way of getting through them, but it was still good. I sort of started
I'm
thinking,
glad to hear it.
at the start of the week I was like, oh, I don't know really if I'm kind of feeling these, but I think I'd maybe just not got to the right songs, and then obviously you've seen the ones that I did pick. So yeah, I got
I
there
did.
eventually.
I did. And it's cool because this is like uncharted territory for you.
Mm,
And everything that you're hearing is brand new to you, basically.
yeah, basically
So
is.
like to me, some of these songs were new to me, but
Mm,
not all of them.
right.
There were some of them that I heard because some of these are off of newer albums that they have out,
Mm.
and um,
Actually, that's a good
uh,
point because literally,
yeah,
I did try to start at the first album and get all the way through it, and then by sort of like album two, I was like, these none. I've literally not heard anything that he's picked yet because I'd already seen the tracks that he'd chosen,
yeah,
and I'm like, where are they? That's very unlike you to not include a lot of early
yeah, like
stuff.
a original track.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't understand where the picks are because I'm going through these albums
Yeah,
and not finding them. So
no, I
that
get
was
it.
quite
I
an
I totally get
interesting.
that, man.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, because of what I'm going through. I think that these songs were the best choices that I could have made,
Yeah.
and I was letting the music feel me out.
Mm,
And it wasn't that the first couple albums, because like I said, I put on All Time Low and I shuffled.
yeah.
That's basically all I did.
Mm,
And when I did, I found some songs that were off of newer albums that really just resonated with me,
yeah.
and it made me feel something. And that's like I said, ask me again in 6 months, and I'll
Mm,
give you a different top five.
yeah. Yeah. Of
That's just how
course.
how it is. But for what's going on in my life right now, these songs kind of spoke to me,
Yeah.
and I get to talk about it, and I get
Mm,
to talk about these songs and these wonderful lyrics that are here.
yeah.
We get to talk about because my life has hit an all-time low right now. So
Hey.
hey. Anyways, I think we're going to start off with you, and you went with Old Scars Future Hearts, man. Tell me about it.
I'm just going to say cut there. We've not actually thanked everyone for listening and given the Spotify
Oh,
or given the
okay. So
YouTubes
do
or
you want to
anything.
cut that part? So I will cut this part out,
Yeah, you cut this part
and then
out
I'll just start saying,
and then I'll just edit
but
in back
before,
in.
hold on, ready? So we also want to thank you guys for listening to Spotify. You guys are amazing people. Leave comments, leave us a like, subscribe, whatever, wherever you're watching. We love you guys. You guys are amazing. We have a great time here.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got anything for our audience, Huxley, before we get started?
Just a thank you as always for listening and checking us out on, like he said, on Spotify and or wherever you listen to podcasts. So yeah, I'll include all the links for everything in the description. But Very excited to get into these.
Me too. Huxley, we're going to get started on your number 5, man, because I
Okay.
started last week. You're going to start this week.
Yep,
You went with Old Scar's Future Heart.
I did.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it.
So this one was, I think this was one that I actually found quite early on. I'm not sure of what um like timeline of albums or anything, but it's certainly one that I'd heard early on. And yeah, I quite like the vibe that the song had. I've got a couple of notes about it being quite a positive anthem. That's sort of like how it
It
came
is.
across.
That's one of my notes. That's one of my notes.
I really enjoyed, because I think leading up to that point, and I think maybe what you've told me before, I kind of just expected, a bit emo-y, a little bit sad boy, but this one was actually very positive, and I quite like that. And
Very positive.
I've got down where he sings about this life is mine to live. I like that quote. That's a very good one.
Yep.
This life is mine to live.
So, you got any more facts for me about this? Yeah? Get into it, man.
Yeah, no,
Any lyrics that you liked?
no facts. So where he
No
says here,
facts?
this
Okay.
life is mine to live, I won't fade away. I like that. Very positive. That hit home.
Yeah, no, I got
And the
you.
part where he says, I don't want to be the one that's left behind. That again was another inspiring quote that I thought, yeah, nobody wants to get left behind. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Very good songwriting. What have you got for me on
I
this?
really like this one. So I got a future. So it's from their Future Hearts album, 2015. So 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The song acts like is an anthem of resilience. You said it was like a positive anthem.
Mm.
It is a song about resilience.
Yeah.
About shedding past wounds and moving forward. The second fact I have is frequently used as a set closer during live shows, reflecting and empowering residents with the audience.
I like
So
that.
it's kind of like it's like kind of like we talk about all this sad shit, and we talk about
Mm.
all of this other stuff, but we're gonna end with this one so you can end on like a positive.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I like
the
that.
lines that I get that I love the most because I picked one lyric from each song basically that spoke to me.
Yeah.
Says, "You know it's not the end. We'll fall and start again." I really love that line
Mhm.
because it just shows you like as much as I fall, as much as I like with what I'm going through, as much as I fall and like succumb to emotion, basically,
Yeah.
I will get up the next morning. I will stand on my feet and I will keep going.
Yeah.
And my reflection is this line hits home when I feel broken but still standing, like I can start over even after losing everything I thought meant something.
Mm.
And that's like I said, I got a reflection on like a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
And that, like I said, because I'm using this as therapy. I'm sorry, guys, but you're going to hear from me. I'm still going to keep it positive because I do have positive stuff to say.
Yeah.
There's because this was like a healing journey in a
Yeah.
way. And with what I'm going through, that's why I was so happy that you picked this song because old scars, they might hurt you, but like we have future hearts, we have future hearts of loving people to the fullest, no matter what the circumstances.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, no, I loved it, man. I love this song. This was really good, man. I
banger.
really appreciate this one so much.
Yeah.
Are we going on to mine?
Let's go on. Yep.
All right, man. Where is it? I went with Glitter and Crimson. This song is one of my favorite songs on this album.
Yeah.
My fact for this one is from Wake Up Sunshine 2020. It's a dramatic shift into storytelling with emotional intensity. Fans often say it captures that moment before everything changes. It's raw, intimate, and urgent. So, like, I actually really get that from here.
Yeah.
The lyrics are just so good in this one.
Yeah.
But the lyric that I got from it, that the lyrics that I got is it's a typical story, 3 in the morning, you're holding my head, glitter and crimson, fighting the friction. And I really love the wordplay, man.
Yeah,
The
it's very
wordplay was
well
so
written.
good in here. The way that he rhymes all that stuff together
Yeah.
in threes was so good.
Mm.
And and also he says like, what a perfect mess. I wonder if you feel kind of like I feel, temporary.
Yeah.
And I just love the way that those flow together too, because lately I just feel like I'm temporary. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in like some kind of backstory or like the background character.
Yeah.
So when I saw those words, my reflection was that tension, laying alone with someone in the dark, mirror the late night conversations I haven't been able to have. It's exactly that kind of love that I miss. You
Hmm.
know, it's kind of like that exact feeling that I miss having with someone
Yeah.
and talking late nights with them and
Hmm.
just being in the moment. And that's why I love, like, you know, because it's glitter is all like that pretty stuff, and then you got the crimson, like the blood,
Hmm.
you know, kind of deal. Like it's messy, but it's pretty, and
Yeah.
it's soft, and it's like it's hard. There's just like these contradicting terms,
Mm.
and I just gravitated to this song so much, man. This was like this wasn't the song that started the playlist, but this one soon became like one of my like favorites on the playlist.
Yeah. This was a good pick. I
What did
enjoyed it.
what did you get for this one, man?
Um, Checking my notes. Yeah, I've got down very sad boy song,
Of course.
which is a
Of course.
stark.
Look who you're talking to.
Yeah, no, yeah, I should know that. A stark opposite of the song that I picked for my number five.
Yes.
But did enjoy the lyrics, specifically where he says, "Being us ain't good for us."
Yes,
I like that.
that was another line I was going to talk about
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because sometimes being us isn't good for us means to me that I can do everything I can for us,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's not good for us to be like this.
Yeah.
You know, something has to change here. Something
Hmm.
has to like move forward without breaking like the honesty, breaking
Yeah, yeah.
everything else that's here.
Hmm.
And I love that you picked that lyric. That was really
Mm.
cool, man.
Well, I kind of saw it as a bit of a, I don't know, open to interpretation, because there's obviously the
It
us
is
can be talking about like a couple or two friends or anything at all. But
anything,
I
any kind of
also, on
relationship.
the flip side of that, saw it as like sometimes you might refer to yourself as us. So I
Yeah.
also saw that as like even
Like
just
you have
being
like
me
a
is not good for me. That's like the way I saw
yeah,
it as
yeah,
well.
like and that's kind of like in a way for me too. Like I'm not okay with being how I am right now. Like
Yeah, yeah.
the person that I have to be through this is
Hmm.
not fun.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like me right now. I don't like the person that I have to be sometimes
Mm.
for what I'm going through. I don't like that. I hate him.
Yeah.
But he protects what's left of like,
Mm.
because like I said, a sad boy, sweet boy playlist.
Yeah.
That sweet boy, he's always here. He's always loving. He's always willing to
Mm.
give his energy and his heart to people
Yeah.
to help them. And when enough is enough, the other guy steps in and he was
Yeah.
like, "No, I got to protect this sweet
Mm.
guy because he can't do that for himself because
Yeah.
all he knows is how to love. He just knows how to care about people.
Mm.
I need to protect what's left, and he needs to go into like survival mode."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's basically how that goes.
Like a fight or
And
flight.
but you basically, yeah, that's
Mm.
kind of what it is. But that's why I chose this song. But I got nothing really else about this one. I mean, it's just a banger.
Very you. That's all I'll say.
Very me, very me.
Ah.
So let's go on to your number four, man.
Okay, so mine is the party scene. My number
Yeah, let
four.
me get this song back up. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and talk about while I bring it up.
So this, I don't know. This one for me was a reminder of my youth. I mean, it makes me sound like such an.
Okay, okay.
I sound like some old boomer, like or like Abe Simpson, Grandpa Simpson. I don't want to sound like him, but yeah, this just reading along the lyrics with this, and like, I mean, yeah, the song itself is good, but it was just the lyrics that pulled me in for all of this. Just a real sort of stark reminder when he says about, I mean, I really like the way that he sings the Stay 17 part. That's a very good, like, vocal
Yeah,
melody that he does along that, so that sort of impressed me. But it was just really thinking back to, like, I don't know, let's call them the party days where you were like out every single two,
yeah.
3 times a week with friends, drinking,
Hmm.
just partying, and discovering live music and that kind of thing. And that's basically, I think, what this song is aimed at. Being in the party scene, and it just really reminded me of like all the good times, like friends that I'd made years and years ago that I still talk to now, and just that kind of naivety of going out and not kind of just don't have a clue what you're doing with your life, but everybody's just partying, everybody's in like the same scene as you, and you're just sort of discovering life and getting into it and things like that. So it really just gave me a sort of warm memory, did this one. So that's why I chose to include it. Where he says, here's to the fast times we felt alive, which again
Yes, I
just
was wondering
basically
when you were going to get. I
just
knew you were going to pick that
just
line.
describes it perfectly. And yeah, no, as I said, like the way that he sings the "Stay 17" as well, that's just such an earworm. Is that I've been singing that like for days now. The way that he sings it is brilliant. So that's kind of just why I chose this. It was just fond memories. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've purposely not included the nostalgia word throughout all of that. I've really tried hard
Through
not to
all of
use
it,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, what?
Megan would not be happy with you with that
No,
because
no,
that's like her favorite form of
yeah,
depression.
exactly. Yeah, it is. But what are your thoughts on this? I know it's off, I think, the first
For
album.
me, so this 2005, the party scene, and this was the title track of the album. Obviously,
Hmm.
it has youthful energy and it's full of uncertainty. Like we
Hmm.
don't know like what's going
Yeah,
to be
exactly. Like I
happening with
said,
our lives and stuff.
naive. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's like yeah, you're like naive and stuff, and it's
yeah.
always a pop punk favorite for its garage band vibe. My lyric highlight is this: the party scene is getting old, but my reflection for that would be the line echoes how the old routines started to feel stale and empty. It
Hmm.
reminds me of how good it felt when even simple things with this person brought new meaning. Now it's missing.
Hmm.
So it's like the party was here and now the party's not here, the party's over.
Yeah.
And but but like I said, there's uncertainty in the future. You don't know where it's going to end up. You
Hmm.
don't know how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And with what I'm going through, this one was like this was like a party song for me in a
Hmm.
way. But like I said, sad lyrics, high energy.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is with All Time Low with some of their songs.
Hmm.
And we'll get into more positive, like the positivity and stuff with their lyrics later in our picks,
Yeah.
especially with some of mine. I got really some really good
Hmm.
songs here,
Yeah.
and but yeah, for me, like with what I'm going through, like it just the routine died,
Hmm.
and then something else died too,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is, but I am uncertain of the future, but I am happy to move forward with that uncertainty, and I kind of go back to that song that you talked about last week, "Roll the Dice." And I
Hmm.
keep going
Oh
back
yeah.
to that song
Yeah.
and that song because it deals with uncertainty as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like if you don't take that chance to try and preserve something, like how will you ever know if it's going to like work out? And that's
Yeah.
kind of like what I'm dealing with at the moment. But this was a great pick, man. I really love
Oh,
this
thanks,
song.
man. I really do enjoy this.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I also
Yeah,
like the
I
fact
really did.
that it is quite raw. I know you use the word like garage band or whatever the term
Garage
was that you
band,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of have that sort of minimal production, just a banger song.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
If that's all you got, I'm gonna go ahead and go to my next one.
Okay.
All right, so let me go ahead and get here. I went with Take Cover for my number four. This was this song starts off so cool, man.
Yeah, it
I
does.
really love the way this one starts.
Hmm.
And I love the lyrics of this one. This one, it's album track on Don't Panic. It's powerful yet underplayed. So not a lot of people know about this song.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I chose it too in a way, because I kept gravitating back to this song for some reason.
Hmm.
The fact two I got for it was a song about emotional self-defense, admitting you're hurt but not giving up.
Yeah.
Like this is like take cover, take like protect what you got,
Hmm.
and try to like deal with what you have.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what I get from it. Like here, like it even says, no one's gonna believe when you say you're turning the page, like you're turning a new leaf and you're trying to like, uh like because you never put up that real fight for it,
Mm. And like
shut
better
up and make it
yourself.
right. Actually, I love that. Saying, oh, take cover, take cover.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. Like something's been unleashed here. Something powerful is here.
Hmm.
And I have to take like you have to take cover now because like I'm about to lose my shit. I'm about to
Yeah.
fucking go into fight or flight. And then that's
Hmm.
where this song comes in. Um and the lyrics the lyric highlights says, I'm not running this time, I'll take the punches.
Yeah.
My reflection on that would be that's where I'm at right now, choosing to stand even when everything inside me tells me to fold. It's harsh but honest.
Mm.
And I think that that's kind of what it is. I'm tired of dealing with the punches.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know what, punch me all you want. It kind of reminds me of that song by Day to Remember called Justified.
Mm.
The song lyric in that one that kind of reflected this one. It says, you burn me alive if you feel it's justified.
Mm.
Like you can like that, and that's kind of where I'm getting here. I'm tired. Like
Yeah.
you want to punch me, do it. You want to hurt me, hurt me.
Hmm.
It's not gonna like fix anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not going to get any better if two people don't work that out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
where this song comes in.
Mm.
What did you get from it, man?
Yeah, this was sort of an interesting one where it sort of made me like perk my ears up, and I was like, oh, okay, because
Really?
yeah, just
Okay.
because I
Tell me
think
about it.
what I was thinking sort of generally is that these are like a pop punk band, and to just sort of expect that sort of Blink-182 newfound glory way of composing songs, whereas this sort of
Yes.
sounded completely
Yeah.
different, and it was a totally different style, so it kind of threw me for a minute. And yeah, once I obviously started reading the lyrics as well, I was like, oh right, okay. Like the take cover part, that's a very well written earworm again. I know I keep using that word. One of the lyrics
You
I
warm me
got
up.
was where he says, it was somewhere really in the early part, something about secrets. Yeah, secrets don't make friends. We make love, and love
They
falls
make love.
apart.
Love falls apart.
And
That
I'm
was
like,
another
oh
lyric I was
my
going to point
god,
out
that's
too.
so sad. Is
Yeah.
that like?
Secrets don't make friends.
Yeah.
Like friends are supposed to love each other. Friends are
Mm,
supposed to be there for each other.
yeah, yeah.
And if you don't treat it that way, you're not there for your friend, even
Mm,
when like say that I hurt you, Huxley, right?
yeah.
And we don't address it ever. Like
Mm-hmm.
and like nothing's fixed, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But you're
exactly right.
supposed to be my friend.
Mm,
That love is going to go away if you like
yeah.
it's more of like a friend should be like, "Hey, I hurt you. I'm sorry.
Mm,
Let's talk this out. Like,
yeah, yeah,
where can we go from here to heal something where we can build something again?"
yeah,
That's kind of where what this song or that line kind of like got to me because that was another
yeah.
line I was going to talk about.
It's very well written, is
Great
this?
pick.
Yeah.
I I don't know. This song was like I wish it was higher on my list,
Mm,
honestly, just because it was this one was more on repeat for me than most of the playlist. I
okay.
just really love the O's parts.
Yeah,
Those
they're
parts are
very
really
good.
fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love this song. But that's all I got, man. I'm ready to talk about your next pick.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
ready to talk about this. Yes,
You want to talk about
yes,
my melancholy kaleidoscope, dear?
I do want to talk about your Melancholy Kaleidoscope.
Okay. Any specific points you want to talk about there?
So this one is the fact one of the facts I got for it is that it reflects the cycle of depression, loud music, quieter meaning.
Mm,
So it's kind of like, yeah, like melancholy is kind of like that depression kind of deal
mm,
where it's like you're not sad, but you're not happy. You're like in the middle
yeah.
somewhere. And then a kaleidoscope is supposed to be like these pretty images and
Mm,
everything's always changing.
yeah.
And what I got from it was like you're going through all these different feelings like put together, but you're trying to look through it through like a pretty lens.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to like because there's uncertainty in that as well.
Yeah, yeah. I actually got from
And it
this.
says,
Go on.
no, go ahead.
I was
No, no,
gonna.
go ahead.
I got from this when he talks about. I'm just trying to quickly. I didn't write it down, but it mentions some sort of. Yeah, there it is. So after he sings the chorus, so when he says melancholy kaleidoscope, it's high time you shake things up and get the picture in your head right. And that for
Yeah.
me, like when he mentioned shaking things up, obviously you kind of do that with a
You say shake it.
kaleidoscope as
Yeah, yeah.
well. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I just kind of like the idea of trying to give your head a shake so that your eyes actually project these nice, pretty images, like
Yeah.
you just said. But the fact that you have to shake your head, so you are ultimately the kaleidoscope,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah. That was, and I love the play on words, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
it's
the
really
like
good.
metaphors that are in
Sort
here.
of really
And
made you think.
and this is also from their Wake Up Sunshine album as well.
Yeah.
It does have an upbeat tempo with dark themes in it.
Mm,
And like I said, man, you're gonna have these dark lyrics, but you're gonna have this really happy
yeah.
music. There's gonna be a theme here.
So AJR style of writing.
AJR style. So my reflection on this song is that oh, excuse me, is that it nails the chaos that's in my head that I'm feeling,
Yeah.
feeling like I'm falling, but everyone else sees me shining.
Mm,
Like I got this happy face on,
yeah.
but inside I'm dying inside. Like I'm hurt,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm sad, but
Yeah.
gotta have that smile, and that's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
people see. They say, oh, you're shining, you're having a great day. He's like, no, bro, I am mentally gone right now.
Yeah,
Like I'm
yeah,
mentally, emotionally gone.
yeah.
But thank you for noticing my smile. I appreciate
Mm,
that.
yeah,
And
exactly.
that's kind of where this one comes. And that's why I absolutely love this song. That's why I said I was like, man, he had to pick this song. But
Would
I
you have
really
picked
enjoyed this
this
one.
if I hadn't?
I don't think I would have picked this.
Okay.
I don't think I would
I
have.
really enjoyed
There,
this one.
but it was a very. This was that probably that pick that that you took, and you were like, and I was like, maybe this isn't really something I think Huxley would pick.
Oh,
Like
really?
this was like it kind of threw me off a little bit of why you
Okay.
picked this song.
Yes, that's
And
exactly what I set out to
but there's
do with this
enough,
episode.
but but there was also this other line that you miss here. It says can't be 100
Oh,
if
I was
you're
just about
only
to talk
given
about that.
95. Yeah, so like let's talk about
I've
that
got it
line,
written
right?
down. Yeah,
I give you 100%, but if you're not giving me 100% too, and you're only giving me 95, you're not giving me the full effort.
yeah.
And I can see that you're not giving me the full effort.
Mm.
And that it was kind of reminds me of that other line from last week where he says, like, basically, my word is concrete, my
Yeah,
word
yeah.
is solid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm giving you 100.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was kind of where I got from here too. That kind of
Yeah.
reminded me of, I think it was Newfound Glory that did
Yeah,
that
yeah, it
one.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I love this.
I do
This
have
song
that.
is just so full of good lyrics, man.
So I've just my notes were I love the instant energy, just the way this song kicks off
Yes.
and literally starts with nobody wants to hear a sad song. Which again, that reminded me of like what was it, the AJR song where he says nobody wants to hear a song about a shoe or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no,
Kind of made me
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like
Or
that, innit? You know
socks
what I
or
mean?
shoes or something.
Yeah, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. Nobody wants to hear you write a song about writing a song or something or
Ah,
like
that was it.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like towards the
It
end.
reminded me a little bit of that. Um And then, yeah, I said that I like the way that the chorus, like the Melancholy Kaleidascope part, is actually sung. I really enjoyed that. Did remind me a little bit of Fallout Boy, because I feel like
I can get
Melancholy
that. I can get
Kaleidoscope
behind
is
that.
a
Yep.
song title they would write as well. And then, yeah, I got down, there can't be 100 if you're only giving 95. I do have that written down, so that is evidence that I was going to talk about the line.
Yeah, no, I
Just
got you,
saying
man.
it.
But that was I was like, how did he miss this line? Like this line is so iconic.
I really did enjoy this song, though. It sort of surprised me. This was probably one that was on repeat for me. I've listened to this quite a few
Really?
times. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All
So
right.
it's interesting.
I'm really happy that you like something new from them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that was like this was just 5 years ago that they did this one.
Mm,
So I was like, oh shit, he actually
that's
picked something that was recent. I actually
that's
really like that.
that's good and doesn't make me feel old. Because I was laughing earlier at the last week's episode where you cut out for the start and me being like, "Oh, my back."
Yeah. Oh
this
my back.
this 5 years is fine,
That
but
had me die.
that does not make my
That
back
had me
hurt.
die, man. Oh, that had me dying so
That
hard.
really was
I
funny.
could not like, bro. I had to do that. That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only one that was there. I was like, I have to do this one,
Mm,
and I did
it
it.
was good. I'll give you that.
Uh, so, if that's all you got,
Yep.
that's all I got.
Okay.
So we're gonna move on to Therapy
Literal
by
therapy.
All Time Low. Lit I told you this is my therapy. So it's like, we're gonna it I don't know what it is about this song that I just gravitated towards. I This was another one that was on repeat more often than take cover, so that's why this one's a little higher.
Okay.
I felt like this was probably my most listened to one out of all of them,
Hmm.
just because I felt like there was like that slow start. He's
Yeah.
talking about all these other things, like and a tongue like a nightmare that cut like a blade in a city of fools. I was careful and cool, but they tore me apart like a hurricane.
Mm.
And I was like, man, this whole song is like therapy. Like I
Mm.
really love that. And he even
Yeah,
says,
it
"Give
is.
me therapy. I'm a walking travesty." I'm always sad right now. Like
Yeah.
with what I'm going through, I feel like I'm always sad, but I got to put on this smile. But
Yeah.
I am a walking travesty, bro.
Hmm.
I'm smiling at everything, and I really love that line
Yeah.
too. He says, "Yeah, I got all this shit going on, but I'm still smiling because I don't want anyone else knowing that I'm going through this right now."
Yeah.
And the fact that I got this one, it was featured on their Nothing Personal album. The song is raw and acoustic, almost like a diary entry.
Mm.
Like he's talking about like his day or like
Yeah.
how he feels about life.
You're at that.
And then this one has been called one of the most emotionally naked all-time low songs by fan. And that was a so the line that I had was, therapy, you were never a friend to me. You can keep all your misery.
Mm,
That was the those lines and the one I'm a walking travesty, but I'm smiling at
yeah.
everything. So I
Mm,
kind of had like a reflection on that one.
yeah.
The words hurt because this person was the truth, and I didn't have the courage to see it when I needed to,
Mm,
and that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I didn't see it coming.
yeah.
It blindsided me, and I just wanted to I just want to be okay. That's
Hmm.
really it, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that we will,
Yeah.
eventually. I'm seeing the person next week sometime.
Hmm.
So like we'll definitely like get through it
You've got
and
this.
because I mean they've been in my life for a while, so it's
Yeah.
like I don't really want, to lose them as a person, but
Mm,
after some shit that's happened that you don't know how to deal with,
yeah.
sometimes you need therapy and you need
Hmm.
this song, man.
Yeah.
This song was absolute therapy for me, and I loved it. What did you get out of it, man? Enough of my sad shit.
I mean, I don't have much happy shit to add to it, of course, just because of how sad this song is, man. You really
Yeah,
do like feel for the lyrics when you read them along, and yeah, it's like you said, it's sort of that slow acoustic, stripped back sound, and it is just a very very sad song. It's yeah, dude. If you're an upbeat, happy person in the absolute sort of gold tier of your life, I'd recommend not listening to this song.
yeah. Don't listen to this song. Don't. If you are doing good, don't listen to this song.
Exactly.
I completely
Um,
agree.
I just wrote down that the guitar intro at the start is really cool. I like that.
I do like, yeah, that is my favorite
Very
part.
Keith song I've got written down also.
Yes, of course.
Of course, especially the chorus. And I think that part of that, like you
Oh
said,
yes,
the walking travesty part, I was just hearing that thinking. And I've written down hashtag sad boy.
it's sad boy. It's on my sad boy playlist right now.
It should be. And then, yeah,
It's on my sad boy sweet boy playlist. I keep forgetting that sweet boy part
yeah.
because it got sad and happy in it.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. That makes sense. The lyric that I got written down was love yourself so no one has to. It's
That's
kind of
the arrogant boy.
heartbreaking.
I was just about to talk
Yeah.
about that lyric because that was another line that I want to talk about because maybe I'm a little bit arrogant, but I'm gonna love myself so no one else has to.
Mm,
Like it that
so
reflects
sad.
for me so much because it's like I want to give my love and my care to people,
Mm,
but whenever it's like I'm not betrayed, but whenever I feel like it's being used
mm.
or like it's being ignored
Or used
I just
incorrectly, maybe.
are used incorrectly. That's again because I'm trying to like find words that are trying to like
Yeah.
express how I feel about it. But maybe I was a little arrogant too,
Mm,
like about this whole thing.
yeah.
And but I'm taking that love that I have for people and I'm giving it back to myself.
Yeah.
No one else has to love me but me.
Hmm.
You are the last line of defense when it comes to your emotions and your mental state
Yeah.
and how you show that love to people. Basically, they have to earn it. If they don't earn it, don't
Mm,
give it to them. They
yeah.
don't deserve it. But if you feel like they deserve it or they need a chance to like earn it back or
Hmm.
they're willing to work with you,
Yeah.
give it to them little by little
Yeah. Yeah.
and until you feel like you can fully like let go of it.
Mm,
And that's kind of where I got with that one. But then the lines right after that, it says, arrogant boy, cause a scene like you're supposed to. They'll fall asleep without you.
yeah.
Because, like, yeah, you're going through this sad shit, but like, do you think that this person is gonna sleep like like restlessly because they're
Yeah.
thinking about you? No, they're not. They're just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about you.
Hmm.
They're falling asleep without you.
Yeah.
They don't and that kind of shows like they don't need you in their life,
Mm,
and stuff like that. So
yeah. Yeah.
that one kind of, but once again, arrogant boy
Mm,
cause a scene like you get mad and you get angry or you get loud
yeah.
and like you're supposed to, like you feel all these different like sad and angry emotions and you regret opening your mouth because once you do, you can't take those back.
Mm,
And that's kind of where it comes from.
yeah.
And but you're supposed to feel them, but maybe not say it out loud, like
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it in a way where it's like coherent,
hmm,
calm, and collected.
yeah,
And I really love this song, man. This song
mm,
is like my anthem right now.
yeah. It's very you at the moment.
It is a very me song. That's why it's on my sad boy, sweet boy
Yeah.
playlist.
Okay.
But that's all I got for this one, man. We
Yeah.
can go on to your number two, which I'm kind of excited to talk about this one.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, let's go ahead, man.
So yeah, number two I chose was Vegas. I do actually
Yes.
have a fact about this song, which I think I'll just
Ooh,
kick off
what's your
with,
fact about
and
it?
I'm interested to
What's
know
your
if
fact?
you know this. So basically, this song is about a specific person,
I did
and
not know that actually.
yeah, so the lyrics mention about, obviously it's about Vegas for those who can't work
Yeah.
that out from the
Yeah.
title.
Obviously.
But yeah, he mentions about I would marry you in Vegas, and he's sort of saying,
Yeah.
like this part where he says, "Make this last, take it slow. We've got it all figured out for now, so let us live our lives without a doubt." And then yeah, further on down in the song, that's when he says, "I would have married you in Vegas had you given me the chance to say I do. Can I make it more obvious? Could you be any more obvious? I would have married you in Vegas," and so on. So I did a little bit of digging into this, and it turns out that this song is actually a sort of part two to one of my honourable mentions, which is the song
Kind of, yeah.
Remembering Sunday.
Remembering Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep bringing that song back in my life, bro.
Did
Why do
you
you keep bringing?
did
We'll get to. No, you know what? I'll save that for
no,
later. I'll
yeah, no,
save.
yeah.
No, you know what?
Hold
I'm keeping
hold
my
on to
mouth
that
shut. I'll save it for
until
later.
the
I'm holding on
actual
to that.
discussion about it. But
Yeah, I'm holding on
I
to
found
that.
out that Remembering Sunday was written about somebody called Meg Frampton, who is in a rock band with her sister called Meg and Dear. I mean, I've never heard of these, but so that
No,
song
I
was actually
haven't.
written about her, and we'll talk about that more when we get onto it. But yeah, so Vegas is basically a part two to that, so it's still about her. So I don't know whether this guy was in a
Interesting.
relationship or not, but he actually confirmed at a show that it was this
Oh
when
shit.
he sung this song. He confirmed that it was about this person. So that was kind of a little bit of an interesting fun fact. However, the reason that I chose it was just a little bit of a um, soft, soppy choice because me and my wife did get married in Vegas. So that I kind of saw
That's
that and I
cool. I
thought,
like that.
I'm going to have to include that. And it has to be quite high up for obvious reasons. So yeah, this was one where I was just listening to the song. Obviously, I'd seen what the title was. And then, yeah, just the memories came back of when we got married in Vegas. So it's
That's
kind of a
cool.
bit.
That's sweet.
It's kind of a bit like it's almost not included because of the song. It's because of what the
Yeah.
song made me feel, though. It's what the song made me think about and made me feel. So the song part is still relevant, if that makes
That's
sense.
so sweet,
You know what I
man.
mean? It
That's
was awesome.
absolutely so sweet of
And
you.
the lyric that I got was, "I'm sure as hell the happiest I've ever been." He says that about being in Vegas, and I
Yeah.
get that. I get that because obviously we were the happiest we've ever been because we got married there. But even just being there, there's just something about it being awesome. The fact that you're there, if you know what I mean. And we just loved it. We didn't.
No, I definitely get that. So the line that I get the most from this was
Yeah.
make it last, take it slow.
Mm,
I really love that because
that is a good
if it's
line.
gonna last, take it slow.
Yeah. Don't rush.
Learn from it.
Hmm.
Don't rush it.
Yeah.
If things are gonna happen in the end, don't just enjoy your life now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in Vegas, baby. Enjoy your
Exactly.
life.
Yeah.
That's kind. It's so the make it last, take it slow. My reflection on that line was, this line is just pure need, needing someone to stay. It feels like, uh, when like you're begging for time and presence of the
Mm,
person. Small words I think about every day.
yeah.
Like make it last, take it slow. It's like, all right, if we're gonna fix this, take it slow.
Mm,
Like that's how it has to be.
yeah.
Because it can't just be one person's effort. It has to be both.
Hmm.
And if it's a slow process, so be it.
Yeah.
I'm making it last.
Hmm.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And I really freaking love this song, man. I'm so glad that you picked it.
Oh,
This is
great.
my favorite album, by the way. I
Is
do
it
love this
okay?
album so
Yeah.
much.
It's a
Yeah,
good one.
the Put Up or Shut Up album
Mm,
is really good, man. I really love this album so much.
yeah.
I'm so glad that you picked something from this album. but I hate that you picked another song that's from this same album.
Sorry. I mean, what
We'll
can I
get
say?
there.
It is a good
We'll
album.
get there.
It is a good album.
It is a great album.
Yeah.
This is probably if I go to this album, let me see if I can see how many I've liked. Quite a
A
few.
lot. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 of them
Right.
here.
Okay.
I mean, I probably I need to like this one because I do like that song, so that one
Yeah.
gets. But yeah, this line is this whole album is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Oh, so wrong it's right. That's sorry.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was off the Put Up or Shut Up EP, and then it was So Wrong It's
Oh,
Right
okay.
album came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was on the EP before it was on here. But
Cool.
this is my favorite album. The only reason I knew that it was this album is because I saw the artwork and I was like, I know
Yeah.
this album because this is my favorite album.
Yes.
I should know the title.
Yeah. No, it was
But I
good.
really did like this one. Great pick, man.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go to my number 2. This is where it gets a little bit more upbeat.
Yes.
This is where the healing kind of starts, right?
Yeah.
And maybe it's not my weekend, but it's gonna be my year, buddy. I've talked about this song before.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was on one of our first podcasts that we did where we did like, songs to live by that we do every year. I think it was but I think it was like our first one that we did. I've mentioned this song. So it goes to show you how long I continue to listen to All Time Low.
Yeah.
I am addicted. For me, this one was All Time Low's first charting single from Nothing Personal, peaking at number 4 on radio charts everywhere. So number 4 this song. Yeah, that was really cool. It's often called their signature anthem. It's about breaking free from self-doubt. The lyric that I just said, maybe it's not my weekend, but it's going to be my year. My reflection on that was, I need this like a mantra. After every low, I remind myself, this is still my shot. Weekend doesn't define me. The year is going to define me. And that's like, that. This is like, you're going for the, you're going for like because I love this because, and that should be enough, but I'm stuck in this fucking rut waiting on a second hand pick me up and I'm over getting older. If I can find that time, then I wonder. It's just great lyrics all around.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not my weekend, but it's going to be my year. It just screams in my head over and over.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of watching while the minutes pass as I go nowhere. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking about what I did wrong or what I could have done differently instead of just being here and being in the moment. Taking it slow, like make it last, take it slow. Like that's kind of like going back from the other song we talked about. But this is the happy song.
Yeah.
For me, this one and the next one are the happy songs for me. This is why I said I'm going to start off sad, but I'm going to end on some like happy stuff.
Yeah.
Because this was kind of like my turning point, like mentally and emotionally was, I always seem to go back to this song because this was on our playlist where we were like songs to live by. This is definitely a song to live by for sure. So long
ago now, does that, doesn't it?
So I know, right? That was like episode, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was like maybe our 12th episode or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we started in October of 23 and it came out in January because we always take that like 3-week break at the end of the year. And I was like, but this one, I always go back to it, man. This is an amazing song. What'd you think, man?
This just really is such a brilliant song. I just love it. It is so catchy, so happy. Like you've said, it is actually very well written as well. All of the lyrics fit perfectly in the way that he sings them. It's just a really sort of enjoyable song to listen to. I have got that. It sort of reminded me of a very newfound glory sound to it as well.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
Stops and you can
like
imagine
this part,
them. You can just imagine them like jumping on stage, like similar to how like Newfound Glory do. I really.
This is another band I would love to see live too.
Yeah. I've been thinking that as I've been going through it actually. And then I just got written down. Maybe it's not my weekend, but it's going to be my year. Very hopeful. A bump in the road, but keep on going.
That's right, man.
That's how I saw that.
Just a bump in the road.
And then I've got I don't know now. You've sort of just said something that questions whether or not I'm right in saying this, but I've got written down potential bold statement alert. This song, this song is better than Dear Maria, Count Me In. What do you feel about that?
I don't know how to feel about that right now. I really don't know how to feel. You can,
You can stew on it if you like. You don't have to answer it. Well, you don't have to
you know
answer it
what?
at
I'll
all
give
if
you
you
an
don't want.
answer at the end of the episode.
Okay,
I'll give
yeah.
you an answer at the
Keep
end.
listening to
Yeah,
find out Keith's answer.
yeah, yeah. Keep listening to find out of that one.
Okay,
I
that's
won't
fine.
judge that harshly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's exactly what I want because it sort of it was just a thought that popped into my head, and I thought, okay, I'll see what Keith thinks about that.
Okay, all right, you got
But
it, man.
but
All
yeah,
right,
very enjoyable nonetheless.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
This is definitely a very happy song for you too.
hmm
So we're gonna go ahead and go on to your next one.
My number
Your
one.
number one,
Oh my god,
baby. Yeah,
I'm really
number
excited to
one.
hear your thoughts on this actually. So my
Oh
number one
man,
is
me
Sick
too.
Little Games. And I chose this because this is another one that just sort of came on while I was just going through. It's on that Nothing Personal album again. And I don't know, something about this just sort of stuck out to me. And I kind of got to the end of the song and was like, I actually really enjoyed that. I'm going to go immediately back to the start and listen to it again. So I kind of went straight through. So I had a back-to-back play. And I just thought the melody of this is great. I really enjoyed the lyrics. Very good songwriting. Again, if you actually read through the lyrics and listen to how he says them, it's just so enjoyable. Like I fully felt like I was immersed in what he was trying to sing about.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the lyrics I got was, "I'm finding me out. I'm having my
Yeah,
doubts."
yep, you're doing it as it's
Yeah, yeah,
playing.
straight at the beginning. I'm finding me out. I'm having my doubts. Again, almost like I've sort of mentioned, I was starting to see a theme then, and it is sort of discovering life and just sort of getting through it, and maybe it might be fumbling your way through, or maybe you're striding confidently through life, but I don't know. Just kind of made me think that we're all trying together, and that's basically the best that we can do. We can just keep trying to just get through whatever we're trying to get through
I
as
got a
as,
fun fact
as
for you
best
about
as we
this
can.
song.
Hold on, the last bit I've got was that again, reading the politics, the Sick Little Games is talking about society and how
You're close.
the
You're
sick
very
little
close.
games are like us just going off
You're
to work
so
and doing that.
close.
Okay,
You're
I'll
so close
take
that
it.
like the dessert's just out of reach, man.
Okay, well that was
So
what I
so
got
this
from
one
it.
was
So go on.
actually so so my facts for this one also off the Nothing
hmm
Personal album. It's a self-aware critique on fame, validation, and feeling hollow.
Yeah.
Alex from the band has said it is trying to fit into the mold and losing yourself. So this was more about like the fame, and it's
Ah,
not really
okay.
about society. It's about the fame that it brings you.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, they'll like for me, the lyrics for me we're all part of the sick little games, and I need to get away. Like
Mm,
I need to get away from this.
yeah, yeah.
My reflection was like that's what this is where my head's been lately, with all this that's happening. This is where
Yeah,
my
yeah.
head's been, with all these sick little games that's happening and that I'm
Mm,
doing to myself.
yeah.
I'm feeling small, and I feel small, unseen, unheard,
hmm
and I need a desperate break from this cycle.
Yeah.
The song gets it. The song gets me,
Mm,
and I really absolutely love this song. I'm so glad that you like the nothing. It seems that we're loving the Nothing Personal album
yeah,
today,
yeah.
and I feel
I
like
did
we're
enjoy
like
that.
really praising this one.
Yeah, yeah,
This was actually a really good album. I
yeah.
really love this one, but musically amazing.
Mm,
The tempo is really good. The lyrics are really good. His voice is amazing.
yeah, it is.
The rhythm of the guitar is really good. There's just so many good things here
Mm,
that you can't help but like sing the sick little
yeah,
games.
yeah.
You could like
Mm,
I this was in my car.
catchy.
So I took your picks and I put it on the playlist for us
Mm, thank you
down
for that.
below here.
Yes.
So you'll find it below us.
Yep.
Or if you're on YouTube, but not if you're on Spotify. I don't know if we have it on
Yeah,
Spotify
it'd
or
be on
not. Oh,
Spotify
we
too.
do?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
well
Yep.
then it's
In the
down here,
description. Yep.
wherever. Oh yeah, I mean I'm doing that for YouTube. Sorry, Spotify listeners. But I put on the playlist and I just let it go from my picks to your picks, and I did not do
Ah, okay.
random or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
It
yeah.
just went straight all the way down. And I probably have listened to this playlist Jeez, like 10 times.
Mm.
So but when it got to this one, I was like, why did he pick this? Why did he? Like, it's so weird to hear this song from Huxley. I didn't think that this would be,
The-
especially your number one.
I
You
know,
know,
yeah.
it's just like, it's so high on the list. I'm like, maybe I would have put this one at like number three for me, like
Okay.
personally.
Hmm.
But I'm glad that it's your number one. I'm glad that you enjoyed it a lot, man.
I felt I don't know something about this song. Just I feel like it's underrated, even though I clearly don't know anything
It
about
is.
like how many listens it's got on Spotify or anything like that. But it's just one that just really kept coming back to me again, and I thought, yeah, I've really, really enjoyed listening to this. And like I said, the more times I listened to it, I was like, yeah, this is one that I keep just jamming
This is
to.
it.
This,
This
yeah,
is it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna have
keeping
to
it.
go, yeah, to
I
number one.
definitely love that, man. I love
Mm,
that for you so much.
yeah, me too. It was great.
That's a great number one pick, man. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Oh, the
If that's
one
all
one
you
thing that
got,
I've not said is I just didn't want to pick Dear Maria Count Me into 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
we'll
That's
get
all I
back
was
to that about
that's
that one.
that's
We're
all I
definitely
was
going to
not,
come back to
and I
that.
have not chosen it at all. So I'm very proud of
You did
myself for
not.
that.
Neither one of
I
us did.
didn't go
Neither one of
basic
us did.
bitch. Yeah.
I didn't go basic bitch either, you
Yeah.
know, like with some of mine.
Hmm.
I guess therapy would probably be basic bitch for like some all-time low fans.
Right, okay.
But it's just a staple song for them, and I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
love that song.
Okay.
If that's all you got, I'm gonna go ahead and
Yep.
go to my number one. This one was on absolute freaking repeat for me, man. I love this song so much, but the song's called "Missing You"
Yep.
by All Time Low. This is the closing track on their Future Hearts album. It's a mess. The message is healing and hopeful.
Yeah.
Um, the second thing I've written about is contains direct offers of support, rare for a band known for angst. You know, they're
Mm.
known for their sadness and stuff. This
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
very positive song.
Hmm.
Um, it was funny because I brought this song to Megan, right? And she's like, I never heard this song before. And
Oh,
and
really?
she immediately put it on I don't know if she put it on her Spotify playlist or
Mm.
whatnot, but she keeps it's funny. She keeps like a list of songs that she really likes on her phone, and she has like a huge list
Right.
of like
Yeah, yeah.
songs that are on her phone. I'm like, why don't you just put that on
Yeah.
Spotify? He's like, you need to start doing
Surely
this.
it's
He's like,
easier to
use
create a
Spotify.
playlist than to go back in the notes and find the song
Right,
you're thinking
right. That's
about.
how she does. That's what she says. Like, I'd rather just use my phone. It was so
Oh,
funny,
if it
bro.
works,
But
okay.
she, but she's never really heard this one because she likes the older stuff. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
this was like one of the songs that she never really heard,
Mm.
and she first heard it and she just really loved it. It was
Yeah, yeah.
like immediately loved it. And there, I could go through like lyric for lyric in this
Mm.
song
Yeah.
just to pick things that I really loved
Hmm.
about it. But the one that I have there's two of them that I have. So I'm gonna do my
Right.
first one first. My first one is make no mistake, the day will come when you can't cover up what you've done. Don't lose your fight, kid. It only takes a little push to pull on through.
Yeah.
For my reflection for that part, it's an internal pep talk for me.
Mm.
Uh, when I want to give up, it reminds me I'll survive, breathe, and push through. It's the strength I didn't know I had, and I just really this song is just so positive for me. This, like I
Mm.
said, I'm on like a healing journey right now,
Yeah.
and this song just seems to just fit that over and over and over.
Mm.
And I could not get enough of this song. I love the lyrics in it. I
Yeah.
love the voice. I love the softness of the song. And
Hmm.
he's like, if you need a friend, I'll just call me.
Yeah.
You know, like you guys, like on YouTube. I'm sorry, Spotify, you can't see me right now. I'm doing like really funny things with my hands. If you need a friend, message me. If you need
Yeah.
someone to talk to, message me.
Hmm.
Because that's what we're here. Friends are supposed to be healing each other and helping
Mm.
each other. But when that's kind of like broken, it's hard to go back to that person to try to get that same kind of healing
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're not going to do it. So that line, literally right after that,
Mm.
you'll be missing out and we'll be missing you.
Yeah.
I really love
I
that
like
too.
that.
Is like because you're gonna miss out on this great time, man,
Mm.
and we're gonna be thinking about you. We'll miss you whenever we're out,
Yeah.
but we wish you were here.
Hmm.
And just you're gonna be missed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now is that I'm trying to enjoy the little things in my life right now with the shit that's going on,
Yeah.
and just being happy that I have friends that are right here, like you, man. You're
Mm,
one of my best friends,
yeah.
and I love talking music with you. I love talking about life with you,
Yeah. Yeah. Me
and
too.
this song kind of reminds me of you, man, because I'm on this journey,
Yeah.
and when I'm like kind of like in a bind or something, or I'm
Mm.
like or something's wrong, I'm like, Huxley, you gotta like I need your help, like something's wrong, I need your
Always
help.
here. Yeah. Yeah.
You're always here, and you're
Mm,
always here, and then like that, and there was another one, like I said, I can go lyric for lyric, but
yeah.
I'm gonna be done talking for now. I want to hear more of your thoughts.
Okay. Um. Yeah. This a very you song again. As I listened through to
Of
it, read
course,
along the lyrics, I have got down that I felt like this. This song was like a warm hug.
it is. No, I
Yeah.
get that.
But
I
that's the
actually
only
fully
way that I
agree with
could
that.
sort of
Yeah, it's
explain
a warm
how it
hug.
felt reading it through. Very catchy. Love how the vocals sound as well. Like they are quite
Yes,
crisp as well. So I really
yeah.
enjoyed. Like whoever's mixed this together did a fantastic job on it as well. And one of the lyrics I got down was "Grit your teeth, pull your hair, paint the walls black, and scream fuck the world because it's
Fuck the
my
world.
life."
That's
Yeah.
right.
And again,
I
as soon as I
fucking
read
love
that
that.
and thought, yeah, he's picked that. That's definitely going to be in the lyric mix.
That was
Um,
another lyric I was gonna bring up,
oh,
but you
sorry.
brought it up. We
Yeah.
can talk about it. No, that's fine. No,
Um,
it's great.
I've just got the
'Cause I
song.
kind of figured that you might have had that lyric,
Yeah.
so that's kind of why I because I've been talking like a lot, so I was like, I gotta let
Yeah,
this
but
guy
this is your
talk.
therapy
And
session. I'm the
this is my
doctor.
therapy
You are the
session.
patient.
You are not a doctor. You are not a doctor. Let's get the one thing straight.
Just a doctor of thugonomics. That's all.
Get the fuck out of this podcast, bro. Leave now.
Word life.
Jeez. I can't see you, John Cena. Jesus Christ.
There's your intro.
Oh,
Anyway, for
God.
this
What am
week.
I going to do with you?
There's your intro for this week. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate the intro.
Yeah, and I've just got that it is a very uplifting and hopeful song.
Yeah.
Those are my
No, I
thoughts.
definitely get this.
Mm.
I really like your idea that it's like a warm hug.
Hmm.
I kind of like love that.
Yeah.
And it says hold on tight, this ride is a wild one.
Mm.
It's gonna be a wild ride, through like ups and downs that you're gonna have through this.
Yeah.
But you're gonna make it through, man. Don't
Mm.
lose your fight, kid.
I
Don't
love
lose
that
your
line.
fight.
I do like that one.
You're like, don't lose the fight that you still have to
Mm.
want something and hope for something meaningful with
Yeah.
like another person, or like with other people that you may know, your coworkers, whatever.
Mm.
If something has like a falling out,
Yeah.
don't lose that fight to try. If it's worth your time,
Mm.
don't don't like scream at it internally,
Yeah.
talk about it. There's something meaningful still here, and if it's worth a
Mm.
shot, keep going. Don't lose
There's
that
something
fight,
about
and I
just adding
really
the
love
word
that.
kid after that makes it just such a
I
great
know,
line, and I
yeah.
don't even know
It
why.
it feels like he's saying that in a way like a dad would
Yeah,
say it
yeah,
to
like yeah,
someone.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's right,
don't
actually,
lose your
yeah.
fight, kid, like, or,
Mm.
or he's like a grandpa. He's like, he's been there, done that,
Yeah, like a sort
so
of
it's like,
chin up,
don't
keep going type
chin
vibe.
up, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got this.
Mm.
And I really love it, man. I
Yeah.
really absolutely love this song. This song,
Yeah,
like I said, this song's been on absolute repeat for me.
very good
And
pick for you.
but thank you, man. But this is definitely gonna be our top five. We've got some honorables. All
Yes.
right, Huxley, go ahead and go with your honorables,
I'll go
please.
with all three of my honourable picks.
Yep,
So,
go ahead. Yep.
damned if I do you, damned if I don't was the first one.
Love this song, man. I love this song so much.
This, yeah, it didn't quite make the top five, obviously, but it was just one that I just really enjoyed listening to it. Really like the vibe that the song's got. It's got that like classic pop punk style to it as well, which is just
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Drums sound great as well, as in again
Yes.
mixed perfectly. So I really enjoyed that. Love the title just as a phrase, like "you damned if you do, damned if you don't." I've
Damn if
always
you
liked
don't,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just always been a sort of phrase that I've used. And I really like the "ohs" as well. The part that's in the sort of middle of the song. It reminds me a lot of like Weezer. It's just sort of
I was about to mention like
really.
it reminded me of Weezer as well. That's
Yeah,
in my notes right
it
here.
has got that sort of vibe to it, which I obviously love Weezer. Um,
Oh yeah, same.
and I'm
There's
seeing,
there are
I,
no complaints for about Weezer here
I am
ever.
seeing them tomorrow just to rub that in slightly. Sorry.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Enjoy that, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
And this is also from their Nothing Personal album too.
Mm,
Again,
I know it's literally like I may as
again.
well have just picked everything off that album. So yeah,
You might as well just like love this
I'm
album.
sorry, not sorry about that.
No, no. This was their first song to chart on the Billboard Hot 100 too.
Oh
This
really?
was yeah.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
I did not know
It,
that.
I couldn't find what number it was, but I
Hmm.
knew it was on the Billboard Hot
That's
100.
cool.
Um, so the track captures the messy, thrilling uncertainty of young relationships.
Mm,
It's full of regret and impulsive emotion, and
yeah.
it slaps with just the right amount of pop punk angst.
Yes.
Great for when you're spiraling and smirking about it. You
I
know,
love that
you're
description.
spiraling out about it,
Yeah.
but you're smiling through it, man. You're like, I'm done
Yeah.
mentally, but I am
Perfect.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
this was
great.
a great song, man. I loved it.
So that's all I've got for that one. Number two was Break Your Little Heart.
Yeah.
This one, I just again enjoyed just how catchy this one is. Yet again, it is off Nothing
Off your
Personal. I've
Nothing
just
Personal
spotted.
album again. Again.
Oh my god. I mean, can you tell which album I enjoyed?
Nothing personal.
it,
It's nothing personal,
it is
honestly.
Nothing Personal, but I did enjoy that album a lot, if you can't tell. Yeah, this literally was just because of how catchy it was.
Yes,
A
no, I
few
got
fun
that.
lyrics within it as well, and just got my foot tapping. I was just absolutely vibing
Yeah,
out to this, and it was, like that classic pop punk sound. And I will drop the word, it did feel nostalgic. There you go. It did.
yeah.
Yeah,
Megan will be proud.
there we go. But yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
just
Megan,
very
for
good.
letting us know that nostalgia is a form of depression. I really
You're welcome.
appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Um,
Yeah, thank you. She should be like, you're welcome.
you got anything on this?
So this one was, yeah, so it was one of the few tracks where Alex fully leans into bitterness with zero apology for the song.
Mm,
This was like a complete fuck you breakup song.
yeah,
And
I
he
will
did
break
not
your
give,
heart. Yeah.
yeah. This is, it also says this is the anthem for when you're done being walked over. It's loud, sarcastic, and straight up cathartic release. You don't have to be petty to enjoy it, but it definitely helps.
Yes, absolutely. That is a perfect
Yeah,
description.
it's so great. Yeah, it was a great song, man. All
Um,
right, let's talk about this song. Blah
and
blah
for
blah.
number
Can't tell
three,
you how many
not
times.
from
I
Nothing
can't tell you how
Personal
many
though,
times why do you keep bringing this song into my freaking life when I'm like,
because it's such a
it
great
seems
song.
it seems like this song finds me anytime that I'm like emotionally hurt
Hmm.
or like even if I go out of my way to not
Yeah,
listen to the song, somehow it
I'll
finds
bring it
its way
back in.
back to
Don't you
me.
worry.
Thanks, man.
Well, do you know what? The blame is all on you actually, because you introduced me to this song
I
originally.
did introduce you to this
So,
song. As
my comeback
sure.
to that is it's your fault for introducing me to the song.
You're
But I
welcome.
have to admit, like this was only today as well, as I was going through my honourables, and I was just needing a third one, and I was looking again through my likes, and obviously this one was there, and I just sat and read through the lyrics and listened as we went through, and I genuinely felt so invested in this story that he's like laying out, and it was just like
He's laying out
fully
everything.
immersive. Like I felt like I wanted
It's
to
like
know
telling a
more.
great.
It is.
It's like it's telling a story of someone that's like really trying to like confess something to another person,
Yeah.
and then but that person is already like moved on,
Mm-hmm.
and
Not
that's
like
where
not
the heartbreak
interested.
starts.
Yeah, yeah.
And then at the very end, it's like I guess I'll go home now. You
Mm.
know, like and that's like. Bro, like I cried whenever I heard like the first
This
time.
is
And
really
that's the
sad.
very end of the song, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, why am I fucking crying right now?
Yeah, yeah. It is a
But you
real
brought this
journey.
one back in. It's inspired by lost love and mental spirals, and
Mm-hmm.
remains a staple in their live acoustic sets.
Oh, I
They
love that.
still play this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good.
The song is for hopeless romantics who felt real grief after love slipped away.
Mm.
The storytelling is raw and the harmonies add a haunting layer that never really leaves you. It's a song you remember.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like it.
But yes, I do like this song. It's just like I said, I tried to stay away from this one because of what I'm going through. But
Mm.
then you like put this song on, and it's like,
Oops,
bruv, why did
sorry.
you do this to me?
I didn't do it on purpose, if that helps.
I know you didn't do it on purpose. It's fine. It's fine.
I've actually
So
got
we're
a
gonna go
little.
to my
I've
honorable
actually
mention.
got
Oh,
just finally. I've got a fun theory.
yeah.
Well, is it fun? I'm
What's a
not sure if it
theory?
is fun. Well, like I mentioned, the song was about Meg Frampton from Megan Deere. Um,
Yeah.
but interestingly, whilst I was just seeing if there was any sort of interesting facts or anything for this song, I came across a Reddit article or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it,
Hmm.
and people were discussing this song in this Reddit thread. And two theories that are there is that this song is either about one, a girl who was like too in love with him and just moved away because she didn't want to admit or like actually fully
Oh,
commit, or
gotcha.
sort
Okay.
of, if you like, sort of scared away because she thought or knew that he was going to propose to her and she wasn't ready for that. So she kind of like just disappeared basically.
Oh, I'm gonna ask her to marry me.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that's
Gotcha.
one theory about it.
What was the other
And
one?
then obviously she's one of the lyrics is um
Come
hold
on.
on,
Come on,
hold
Huxley.
on.
You got
I can
this.
find it. I'm at home in the clouds, towering over your head. So
Over
she's
you
like,
now. Yeah.
she's already in a plane and she's gone. She's out of there. That kind of
She's
thing.
already out of here.
So that's one theory. But then the second one is that actually she unalived herself.
I
And
don't really think that that's like,
no,
I don't think that's a good theory. I
no,
don't think that's a good
I
theory.
don't until I read that it could be seen as that, because when they say that thousands of feet off the ground and at home in the clouds, kind of like watching over you, because she'd had enough. I
I
don't know.
mean, I guess you can kind of
It's a
interpret it that
stretch. It's a
way.
stretch. I
It is a
admit.
stretch.
I admit
I
that
don't
it's a
really think
stretch.
it's like that because at the very end he says, "But I guess I'll go home now," because he heard what she said.
Yeah, but as
So
well.
like that's kind of like where I'm getting from, because if you go in the lyrics right here at the very end, I'll just go all the way to the bottom.
Mhm.
You know, it says, "I'm washing you out of my hair and out of my mind.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the world." Oh, I can see why it's like that. Keeping an eye on the world from so many thousands of feet off the ground. I'm over you now.
Mm.
But I guess it's more the way I interpret is that the woman is already over him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she's like over that love and stuff that he has,
Yeah.
and she's already over it. And it says, "I'm mixed up. I'll be blunt. Now the rain is just washing you out of my hair. Like the rain, like I still think that she's like
Just
she's in
gone.
a place where it's like mixed. She's just gone out of his life,
Mm.
basically,
Mm.
not dead, but
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
out of
No.
his
Yeah.
life now, and
Yeah.
he's looking
I
for
think.
her.
Yeah. I think that one as well. But there just is a couple of things that make you think, maybe, like, as well, the part where it says, "I don't mean to be a bother, but have you seen this girl?"
This girl,
Where
yeah,
is she? Like, no one's seen her. She's gone missing.
because she
Is
moved
that
away. She
has
went
she?
away.
Has she?
Well, if
Maybe
he's
she has
showing
gone
pictures
away.
of someone, well, she's showing pictures, or sorry, he's like showing pictures of the girl
Hmm.
to people. Like, have you seen this girl? Because he's looking for her.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that has like nothing to do if she's dead or not. You know, it's so like such a stretch for me. I don't really believe
Okay.
that theory.
I just thought it was
Because
interesting.
look, it even says like, where it says, "I'm not coming back. Forgive me." Like,
Hmm.
forgive me for doing this,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, like, but I'm not
Hmm.
coming back to this. I've done things so terrible, like, I've done something so terrible. I'm terrified to speak. I'm not calling, like, he's not calling her. He's not going
Hmm.
to call
Hmm.
her,
Yeah, yeah.
but you would expect that,
Hmm.
like, he already expected this to happen
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him.
It is a
So,
bit of a
like,
stretch, I agree. But it's an interesting
yeah,
theory to read.
it's okay, I guess. It's okay, yes. It's okay.
Anyway, that's all my honorables now, so I'll hand over to you for
All right,
yours.
so we're gonna go to mine. We're gonna go to Dark Side of Your Room. This was my first one.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts first, man.
So, Dark Side of Your Room. Uh, Good storytelling again, which I feel like I was starting to notice at this point now. I do have respect
I
for whoever it is that actually writes these songs, because they really do help to
think
sort
it's
of
Alex.
conjure
I
up,
think
like,
it's
is it
Alex.
okay? He really does
Yeah, let me see.
sort of very well.
It just says producer Blade. It's just producer,
Okay.
no lyricist. right
I
now.
mean, maybe it is all of them, but yeah,
Maybe.
whoever it is, they do have a very, very good talent for like real storytelling. That's one thing that I've taken away from this episode. But yeah, this song, um, yeah, I thought that it was an okay song. It was definitely not one of my favourites, but I can appreciate the storytelling. But I think music-wise, it didn't really grab me.
No, this
No,
was like a party anthem for me almost. I felt myself like singing this song a lot, man.
I kind of got it with him like saying, "I'm on the dark side of your room with the notches on your bedpost," and he's kind of like forgotten
Yeah.
about and thrown off into the corner of the room. And I kind of got that,
Um,
but yeah,
so what I got from this, it's one of their first ones that has like a more atmospheric sound to
mm,
it.
yeah,
Like you said, the storytelling, you need the atmosphere.
yeah,
It explores the shadows we hide in love, secrets, insecurity, and fear.
mm,
Um, this one, so my note for this one says this one feels like watching someone you care about pull away, but still leaving a light on. It's
mm,
darkly intimate,
yeah,
like being in someone's life, but never quite in their heart. A perfect companion, yeah, a perfect companion to quiet heartbreak. So this one's like, if their heart's breaking,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
breaking in the darkness, they're doing it alone,
mm,
they're doing it in quiet, but it
yeah,
hurts, but they want that person in their life, but that person's not in their life anymore.
yeah,
So that's kind of like he's staying on the dark side of their room, like in the dark side of my mind or something,
yeah, yeah,
of
just
like
out of the
or
way.
sorry, of their mind, they're thinking
Yeah,
about that.
hmm,
And this was definitely like one of the ones I really loved. I need to listen to this album because I got two of them from this album.
yeah, yeah.
And I really want to listen to this album because this is an album I didn't really know about. And this was one
Is
of
it a
my first time listenings to this
recent
song.
album?
2017, so it
Oh
was,
right, okay.
before the Sunshine album.
Hmm.
But that's all I really got from it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go I swear to God, Huxley, if you don't freaking like this song,
I'm
wrong with you, man. There's something wrong with you. Tell me about why you liked Ground Control.
gonna say, tell me about why you didn't like it. You just said,
Yeah, tell me why you liked it.
right. This is an extremely you song with its space themes.
Look who you're talking to. Do you not know me, Huxley? I feel like you don't know
Emo
me.
sad band plus space themes equals Keith.
You
That's the formula that I have here. This, yeah,
got it right, buddy.
screamed it to you. So much so that I've got down a little bit surprised that this wasn't in your top five, actually.
It was because, like I said, I'm on like this healing journey, reflection journey kind of deal right now, and this one didn't quite make that kind of impact on me. This one was
Right,
more of
okay.
just, I really just fucking love this song,
I was going to say, I bet in 6 months'
but
time, this would be in your top
it would
five, I reckon.
probably like in 6 months time, this one would probably be like my number three or my number two,
Yeah.
more than likely.
Mm.
I think Missing You is really hard to beat
Yeah,
in
yeah.
in a way, but for this one, I felt myself just
Yeah,
swaying
yeah,
and
quite
just
literally just
being in the
floating in
song and just
space. Yeah.
you're just floating. But
That's
the
the
the, the
feel of
lyrics that I
this.
love from this one is this: if you start floating away, hey, I promise you'll be fine.
Mm,
You're kind of like just floating out and you're just don't know what to do with your life and you feel like you're falling in and it's like it's okay, man. You're
mm,
gonna be good.
yeah.
And I really love that, man. This was an anthem about stability and anchoring someone when everything else is spinning. So
Mm,
this is kind of like they see someone spiraling out. They're like emotionally and mentally just gone, and they're like in this depressive state,
yeah.
and they don't know what to do. They have like this friend that comes and is like, "Hey, man, you're gonna be fine. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna get through this together."
Mm,
And that's kind of where I got it from.
yeah, yeah.
Um, this is a comfort. This is comfort in a song form. It's about being someone's calm in a storm or needing them to be yours. And the duet aspect really brings that to life, showing both sides trying to stay grounded. And I really, that's what
Okay.
this song, that was like my note for this song.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I really got for this one, man. This was,
I just have one question.
go listen to it, man. Yeah, what's your question?
How do you feel that this is quite a stretch away from being a pop punk song? because that's kind of what they're known for, and it just seems quite heavily
This was like, I
poppy.
think because I think because they did the duet with
Tegan and
let's
Sarah.
see who, yeah, but it's the Tengen and Sarah, yeah. So I think because of the aspect, they kind of adapted some of their music too,
Mm, yeah, yeah,
and I think that's probably why it didn't sound very pop punky.
yeah.
But I still very much enjoyed his vocals.
Mm,
I very much enjoyed the sound of the song.
yeah.
It was definitely different. It caught me. This song caught me off guard
Yeah,
in
it
a
did me
way,
as
and I
well.
was
Yeah,
like, it was like, man, I was like, I kind of really freaking dig this
we
song,
were
you know?
vibing with it then, because I was
I was,
really
bro,
struggling, and I know we've
I'm
said
vibing.
this. We've said not to do this, but I just could not. I couldn't not do it today. Like when we were talking about
Mhm.
how like Shinedown changed the sound, but you've got to just
Yeah,
listen to it as it is, and don't think it's not as good as this album. It's not as good as this album.
I
And I
remember
think,
telling you that.
and I think up until the point of hearing this, I'd heard such sort of pop punky, rocky style
That it
songs
threw
that
you
this
off.
completely just took me by surprise, and I was like, "Wow, this is not all what I expected." And I
Yeah,
think
no, I get
I'd
that.
already got all of the previous songs like in the head, so I really struggled to separate this song from that. So that's just
I,
my
but
feeling.
I'm glad that you liked the song though. I'm
Mm,
very happy with
yeah,
that.
yeah, I did.
I'm glad you.
I liked the space theme.
So we're gonna go to my last honorable,
Yep.
Cinder Block Garden. This
Mm,
one didn't quite make my top five.
yeah,
I just really love the OOOs. I just really
yes,
love
they
those
are
in the
great.
song. It's
Really
so
good.
much fun. It was from the Future Hearts, obviously. It's
Hmm.
one of the most underrated emotional tracks. Originally a poem Alex wrote that later became a full song. It's about breaking free from trauma while honoring your scars. Like you don't
That's
have to pretend
interesting.
that
It
it
was written
didn't.
as a poem.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a poem. It's a poem basically.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much what he's saying is that, look, like for me, I'm gonna have scars from this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna act like they didn't happen and not grow from it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ignore that this never happened,
Mm,
but I am gonna honor what was present before that moment.
yeah.
Before that moment happened, I'm gonna honor everything else that happened,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still gonna grow from this.
Yeah.
And there's something deeply poetic about this track. It's about growth in painful places, like I just said,
Mm-hmm.
building something soft where there once was only stone. It's hopeful in a quiet, determined way. It deserves more love.
You have a visitor.
Hi, kitty. Hi, teriyaki sauce. Teriyaki sauce. Teriyaki sauce. Hi, girl. How you doing? And for the YouTube videos, this is Megan's three-legged cat. Her name
Ah,
is Teriyaki Sauce.
that is such a good name for a
She
cat.
got hit by a car and
Oh,
she had to amputate the leg. And but she don't let this fool you, bro. She can jump on all the counters and cabinets. I
yeah, yeah.
promise you. Hi, girl.
Love that.
You come to say hi. I love you. Good girl. Yeah. I love her to death, man. I didn't even see her until like she was like,
Yeah, no,
"Oh, I
you
gotta fix
didn't.
my camera." Cause yeah, I gotta fix my camera.
I actually love the
Hold
fact that you had no
on.
idea. That's so
Yeah, I didn't
funny.
even see her until she was like right here. Yeah, because I was reading this and I didn't see her,
Oh
and then
no.
you're like, "Hey,
I watched it all
oh,
unfold.
did you see her like go through
Yeah,
here and
all
pop
of it.
open?"
Yeah, I was watching you.
But I really like Cinderblock Garden for like its message.
Hmm,
It's hopeful in a quiet place where everything's spiraling. There's still this kind of like hope,
yeah.
and you're honoring what happened to you, but you're
Hmm,
not going to let it define what's going to happen to you.
yeah.
And that's kind of why I like this song, man.
Hmm.
And I'm glad that you kind of liked it too. Do you have anything else
No,
about the
yeah, yeah.
song?
I did like this one. I did find it very catchy. And yeah, I've got down that again that pop punk sound that I was looking for. This had that,
Yeah,
so
this
I was
had
like,
that. Yeah,
yes, there we go, an instant tick for that one. I've obviously got written down about liking the OOOs as well in that chorus, just because I absolutely love a sing along chorus. I can imagine this live would
yeah,
just be
man.
absolutely awesome. Everybody
Imagine the crowd
jump, yeah,
at this
exactly.
point.
Everyone jumping up and down, singing along. It'd just be absolutely great. Yeah, I struggled a little bit to understand the message, like
Yeah.
being like the cinder block garden just being this kind of boring same, because he mentions about like white
Well, it's
roses
more
and
that
that
like I
kind of
said,
thing.
like because because right now, like, you're building something soft where there once was only stone. Like, you're in this cinder
Mm,
block garden where it's only stone, and
yeah,
you're trying to make something soft out of it.
yeah,
You know, like he's calling the girl a cinder block garden because she's like, hard as stone right now, and there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
nothing soft here anymore. And
Mm,
I think that's where like the poem like that he wrote about it that it alludes to.
right.
And but I really like it for the beat, and I really like it for
Mm,
the lyrics.
it is really good. I
I
did
it,
really
it was
enjoy
it was
this.
fun to learn that it was a poem that he wrote
Mm,
and became a song. I really did
yeah, that
enjoy
is
hearing
very
that
cool,
fact.
actually.
I
Yeah,
thought that was really cool, man.
yeah.
That's gonna be all of that, and now we're gonna discuss whether Weightless is better than Dear Maria. I I'm gonna tell you this.
You've had
I
time
think
to
that Dear
think.
Maria so Dear Maria, I don't think it's overplayed or anything like that. It's still a
Mm,
really good song. And I think that it's the most recognizable song by All Time Low.
yeah.
But I think that Weightless is better than that. I think that Weightless is just it's so much more positive
Mm,
in what it needs to say,
yeah,
and it needs to be like kind of their anthem. But people love "Dear Maria, Count Me In" because there's been so many memes
yeah.
and
No.
different. And the song, there's literally a Japanese song that's more famous than their other one right now. The people love hearing the Japanese version. They use it for anime openings and
All
stuff, and
right. Yeah, yeah,
like there's a lot of different videos of why that happens.
yeah.
So I think that Waitlist is better than Dear Maria Count Me In, but I will not say that, Dear Maria Count Me In is not like still a banger to
Oh
this
no, it
point.
is. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I personally
Okay.
think that Waitlist is better than Dear Maria.
Good. Right answer.
All right, man.
Let
I
us
think
know
that's gonna bring us
also.
to our song.
Let us all know
Oh,
if you agree with us
yeah.
in the comments, because be interested to hear your
Yeah, give
takes
us
on it.
y'all's top 5 all-time low. I would
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that because, there was someone that put a comment for their top
yeah. I love
for
that.
their pop punk ones,
Yeah,
and I love that. I was like, yeah, because he was like an older guy and he
yeah.
did all this like,
With all the
Dead
classic.
Kennedy stuff,
Yeah, yeah. That was
the
so
classic stuff,
good.
and I was like, "Hell yeah, that's super
Yeah,
cool,
I
man."
actually
Shout
loved
out to
that.
that guy, man.
Yeah.
But I think that, it's time for our solid platinum choices.
Okay. So I think for your solid choice is one that I did really enjoy, and I think as soon as I heard it again, just as I've been talking about through it, I immediately thought, yeah, this one definitely is going to have to go in as a solid choice. So I'm going to give that to Cinderblock Garden. That is your solid
Cinder
choice.
Garden, really? Oh,
Hmm.
I love that, man. That's
Yeah,
so cool. I really appreciate that.
just because of how good it is, and especially now
Oh
you kind
yeah.
of explained one, you'd explained the kind of Heart of Stone, if you like, description of it, and two, because it
Yeah.
was a poem that was so cool to learn as well. That was very, very cool. So I'm going with that. And now the platinum choice.
Now,
This
what the
is this
the
is
platinum's
tough.
probably really hard for you.
This is really tough actually, because I genuinely don't even know. It's between two, I think, at the moment.
You just want to give it to both of them at the same time?
I feel like that's a bit
Is
cheating,
that
isn't it?
kind of that's a bit cheaty,
I feel like
yeah.
yeah, I have to make the decision. Um, I'm gonna have to go with Missing You.
Yes, let's go,
It
baby.
was obviously it was either
Oh,
going to
I
be
was gonna
that.
call it too.
Obviously, it was going to be that or Weightless,
Oh yeah, no.
and
I thought it was gonna be weightless.
I had
I
to
honestly thought it was gonna
really,
be
really
weightless.
battle between
No, that
those
was yeah.
two. But I think just because of the line about the one that I got down where it says "fuck the world because it's my life and never for a second blame yourself," so uplifting and hopeful. It has to
So
go to
good,
that. Yeah,
man.
it's just
It
really good.
has to.
Yeah,
Oh, I absolutely loved your choices, man. That was super cool. I'm
good.
very
I'm
happy with
glad.
those.
Yeah, that's what I aim
So I
for when
think that
it's
for
a
you,
band I don't know. I aim for that.
yeah, I love that. So I
Hmm.
think for you, I think that your solid choice was like a gimme at this point after we've talked. I
Yeah.
think that Vegas is probably going to be
Ah,
my
okay.
solid for you, just because
Nice.
it was a story about you and your wife getting married,
Yeah, yeah.
and I really absolutely love that, and it was like a happy time.
Love that.
But I think that your platinum choice for me this week
Hmm.
has to go to Melancholy Kaleidoscope. It has to go to that one this week.
Yes. What a
That
banger.
was such a good song.
Hmm.
I really love this. The lyricism in here is really
Yeah,
good. And
it's
you're
great.
like going through like especially for me, I'm going through some shit, and then I hear this song and it's like I'm smiling, but everything is beautiful out, but I'm dying
Mm-hmm.
inside, kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah,
But the upbeat tempo was really good. The lyrics were really good.
yeah.
I found myself going back to this song over and over and over,
It's great.
and it was
It
just on
really is.
repeat. And I
Yeah.
was like, hell yeah. It was either gonna, but this one was also a hard choice because it
Mm-hmm.
was either gonna be that one or a damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Oh, okay.
It was between those two,
Yeah.
but I think that the Kaleidoscope was just a better song,
Mm,
honestly. I think
I agree with that.
nothing against, the other ones.
Yeah.
Um, but man, what a fun week, man.
Mm-hmm.
What a fun week this has
Fun
been.
with a bit
I've
of
learned
stress for
so
me, but
much.
yeah.
A little bit, but this was a fun week for me, and I'm very happy with this one.
Yeah.
And I think that for closing thoughts, I'm glad that we can wrap up my therapy session now.
Yeah.
And now that I've talked about
Please
what
take
I,
these
you
tablets
know,
and see the
yeah,
receptionist on
please,
your way
yeah,
out.
yeah, here, take this. So for me, I think that closing thoughts for All Time Low, this this band always comes in clutch for me whenever I'm going through some shit. I'm I'm not feeling well about myself. I put this band on because
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like there's a song for them
Mm,
for each emotion that I'm feeling or how I'm feeling. There's always this song that I go to
yeah.
and not remembering Sunday. No, not that's
Everything
not that
but
one.
that one.
Everything but that one. Jeez. So I think that there's a song for every emotion that I felt listening to this band, and I absolutely love them. I've loved them for a long time since 2007.
Hmm.
Basically, I've been listening to these guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro, I feel old. I think my back's hurting now.
How's that back of
Jesus
yours?
Christ, my back's not doing great, man.
You might
That's
want to pick up
18
some
years ago, by
painkillers
the
as well
way.
as those tablets.
Oh my god, I might need a cane here soon. Oh jeez. But I'm saying there's something like I'm going to take something from you. There is something here for everyone.
Mm,
And I mean that with this band because
yeah.
say you're happy and you're trying to, and something bad happens, listen to Missing You. That's just a
Mm,
great uplifting song. If you're going through some shit and you feel like you need to like kind of let them out a little bit,
mm,
listen to Therapy.
yeah.
Fuck the world, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's go. And for me, if you just want something to kind of vibe out to, Ground Control.
Mm,
Like it's great, man. They have something for everything,
yeah.
and I love this band so much, and I can't wait to go see them in concert if I ever get the ticket. If they're ever here,
Mhm,
I want to go see them, and
yeah.
I will take Megan too. I'll take Megan. I'll take everyone. I'll take JD. I'll take everyone. That every one of my friends is going. We're
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
all going to go to see All Time Low.
Yeah.
But those are my closing thoughts, man. Thank you for joining me for my therapy
Yeah.
session. I appreciate
You're
that.
now dismissed.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. See you guys later. Don't forget to close the show, Huxley.
Oh,
I'll see you later,
okay.
buddy.
I'll give it. Thanks. I'll give my closing thoughts alone then. Um, I think yeah. Well, you've already stole my line now, but I wasn't planning on using it anyway. You can have it this week. That's fine. But my thoughts were, obviously I'd said right at the start that these were not a band really that I'd ever been into. Like I knew a few
Yeah,
singles here and there, but I'd not really dug any sort of deep way into these. But doing so really has made me sort of appreciate how good they are at songwriting. Like they've got a really good talent for it, and I think for me, the best way to just get into it is just like I think you said earlier, just let the song come to you rather than you searching for the song. That is
that's
literally the
how it
best
was for me,
advice.
man.
Yeah. Get it on shuffle, like, get like all time low radio and just let it go through and just see whatever song jumps out at you and what lyrics take you, probably by surprise, like they did me as well. And yeah, a very enjoyable week was this, in the end. And I have enjoyed
In
going
the end
through
part of
these.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy going through and like giving the context and explaining why we actually pick the songs and stuff rather than just being a 10-minute episode of us throwing 5 songs on the screen
Right?
and then that's it, it's over.
Yep,
I,
nope, that's
I
the
do
episode.
I
Bye,
do
guys.
like the fact that we do take time to actually pick reasons and read lyrics and check the messages of the songs and that kind of thing. So
Telling you, man, lyrics are everything in
mhm.
these songs that we're going to.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know how many
definitely.
times I had to hound on to you for that until you were just like it was like second nature for you. And now I don't even have to ask you to read the lyrics. Like, did you read the lyrics?
Yeah, and yeah, it is.
I
I
re-
do,
how many
I
times do you
do
remember hearing me
thank
say that
you
to you?
eternally for
Oh,
pressuring
you're
that
welcome,
into me
man.
every week.
I
It
am
is
very happy
it is a
that
much
I
more
do that.
enjoyable experience, both listening to and reading the lyrics as
Well,
well.
because you kind
So,
of understand like where it's coming from, and like
mm,
where the song is, why it's being written,
yeah,
and why
exactly.
it
Yeah.
has this kind of presence.
Mm,
And if you have a good songwriter in your band, like you're golden. Like
mhm,
that's it's not now like the vocals could fail, some of the instruments could fail,
yeah.
whatever. But the lyrics are so strong that it just stays solid, and that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you
And
really need.
these do have a very good songwriter, whoever it is. Shout out to them,
I
definitely.
want
If
to say
it's
it's
Alex,
Alex, but
yeah,
I'm not sure though.
we'll shout out
That's
Alex.
gonna
We can
Yeah,
be we
yeah,
can be
shout out to
corrected.
Alex, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Correct us in the comments, guys.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's gonna be our episodes, man. Can you
Oh,
um can you give us those all-time low socials?
all time low shills.
Low show. Oh my god, I'm gonna stop this dude. I'm gonna fly to England.
Our socials, if you would want to keep up with two complete buffoons who talk about music weekly, is beacons.ai/waves across pod is where all our socials are. We've got Discord, Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We are at waves across pod, and you can drop us an email on wavesacrosspod@gmail.com. And yeah, come and subscribe to us and give us plenty of thumbs up and likes on YouTube if you enjoy these videos, and check out some of our previous reactions and our previous podcast episodes because they are fantastic. Anyway,
Y'all guys have an ear-opening rest of the week. Go listen to All Time Low. They're fucking great. They're awesome.
yeah.
Change my life. They'll change yours. But most of all, remember, be good to each other. Peace.